Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview, Friday, May 6th, 2016. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, if you would, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, got a lot to talk about today. We have 6 currency pairs, got some data to talk about as we get ready for NFP. We have 6 currency pairs to look at, and yes, the market is very, very quiet on a Friday waiting for NFP, which is about, exactly 11 hours away. All right, let's get moving. Traders, my name is William Gilday, and I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006, and in 2008 I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic out of the great state of Florida. Traders, I started trading Forex and absolutely enjoy trading Forex, and I traded every day. I'm in the markets every day, and I stay well informed every day. So as a trader, I listen to fundamentals. I have a news feed that I pay for, and I make sure that I know what's going on around the globe, because it affects our trading. Remember, we're macro traders as we trade currency pairs, but things that happen around the world affect our trading, and we need to be on top of that. However, traders, I'm a technician. I prefer to analyze charts. I prefer to read candlesticks and price action and price structure and price failure. I use Fibonacci on my charts. So what ends up happening is I put my fundamentals and my technical analysis and come up with a trade plan. After I come up with a trade plan, I initiate the trade plan, and if price comes to my entry, I enter into the trade. If not, I do not enter the trade. And I guess you would say that's all about discipline. You have to be disciplined when we're trading, especially in the markets today. So that's just a little bit about myself, and basically what I'm saying is I'm a pullback trader. I like the action to happen. I wait for the pullback, and I try to trade always within the trend. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to trade in the Forex market. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's move over and talk about some news and commentary. Let's take a look at how the markets closed yesterday in the indices. The Dow 30 closed positive barely at 0.05%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.02%. And the NASDAQ closed negative 0.18%. I think the NASDAQ hasn't had a green day in like 6 trading days. The small cap 2000 is negative 0.47%. Traders, let's head over to the Eurozone. The DAX closed positive 0.24%. The FTSE 100 closed positive 0.09%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 0.11%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed negative 0.24%. Traders, we'll go over to Asia, where I'm currently at as I'm coming to you from Thailand. The Nikkei 225 is negative 0.54%. The S&P ASX 200 is currently negative 0.69%. They have some data coming out in the Asia session. Medium impact, it's their policy statement. Their monetary policy statement comes out today in the Asia session. The China 850 is negative 0.06%. The Hang Seng is currently negative 0.49%, and the Kospi is on holiday today, so there's nothing out of Seoul today. All right, let's take a look at our economic calendar. Traders, there's really nothing going on. Like I said, the RBA has monetary policy statement in the Asia session today. However, the rest of the day is really slow. We have nothing until the U.S. session. Now, in the U.S. session, traders, this is real important that you understand what's going on here. The U.S. is going to release 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 9 pieces of data at one time. Okay, so what does that tell us? Well, of course, the big one is the non-farm payrolls. They're expecting 200K. Previous was 215. Unemployment rate's going to come out. Consensus is that it's going to maintain at 5.0. And that's the high impact as far as the U.S. goes. Canada has unemployment change coming out, which is high impact. And then Canada has IVPMI 30 minutes after all that data comes out. And that is it. So the New York session is going to be quite volatile. And this all happens an hour before the U.S. stock market opens. So quite a busy day in the U.S. session today. The markets are going to be very, very slow as we go through. A couple of FOMC members spoke today. FOMC member Kaplan spoke. FOMC Lockhart spoke already today. FOMC Williams spoke, and FOMC member Ballard spoke, all in the Asia session today. So they are out and talking, and we don't expect, of course, in their June meeting anything to happen or any kind of rate change or anything like that. There's a lot of talk that it's still on the table, but I got to be honest with you, traders, I just don't think so. All right, so that's what's going on in our indices and our economic calendar. Like I said, today's all about NFP. Traders, you do not have to trade NFP. If you're not experienced in trading NFP, do not trade NFP. You will get whipsawed and you will end up losing a lot out of your equity in your account. I don't trade NFP. Why? Because I'm not good at it. If you're not good at it, don't do it. I sit there. If I'm in front of my computer, I'll watch the show, but I'm probably going to end up going out. It's nighttime for me in Thailand when that data comes out, so it's a good chance I won't even be in front of my computer. I'm going to take a 3-day weekend, right? So if you're not trading NFP, like my mentor said in 2007, NFP is a good day to go play golf, or if you're in a time zone where it's the middle of the night, go back to sleep and take a 3-day weekend. So that's what I'm looking forward to, and that's what we're going to do. If you're good at trading NFP, my hat's off to you, and I wish I had the skill to do that, but I don't, so I don't do it. All right, let's take a look at some currency charts. They're quite boring. I have to give you a heads up on the currency charts. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Look, euro dollar did come down yesterday a little bit. We made some pips in the euro yesterday, but pretty lackluster, and it's completely sideways. You know, I'm looking for this to pull back up to the 618 at 1436. We'll get out at 1319 at the S2 reversal pivot point. Do I think that's going to happen? No. I think this is going to end up being sideways all day until NFP, as with the rest of the currency pairs. However, that's the trade plan, though, and the reason is if you look at that resistance at the daily pivot point, then you have the 55 EMA, and right above the 55 EMA, what do you have? The 200 EMA. So all of our exponential moving averages are pointing to the downside. So I'm really not looking to long the euro dollar. I don't want to buy the euro. I just want to stay with the trend, and we're just going to keep shorting this every opportunity we can. All right, let's take a look at the pound. The pound's basically in the same situation. It's pretty lackluster, nothing going on. We need a pullback here, folks. We cannot trade this where it's currently at. We want this pullback to the 200 exponential moving average at 1.4536, and we'll take it down to the S1 pivot at 1.4444. Now, that's like a nice, 86 pip trade if you can get the trade to work. Now, we know the pound does not like giving pullbacks. And if you look at price action, and if you look on the bottom of the chart, we go back to 3 days ago at the 4th, where this has been in this range. So it really hasn't done anything. And they had data yesterday, and basically there was no reaction in the markets at all. Okay. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, again, very boring. This is yesterday's chart, by the way. But we're in the same situation. It did come down yesterday, and it did take our profit yesterday. So if you did trade the trade plan yesterday on the Aussie dollar, it worked for you. However, we're back at the same position we were now 24 hours ago as far as price goes. So the Aussie came down. It's back up again, but where is it at? It's at resistance right now. The problem with this resistance is you don't have enough pips to get break even before you get back down to support. So you're better off waiting and let this pull back to the 61.8 at 75.10. I'd rather wait for 74.90. I don't think I'd wait for it to get all the way back up to 75 because there's a good chance. Now, there's a bunch of pending orders sitting at 7,500 to go short. So I want to beat the crowd, and we'll get in like at 74.90 or 95. That would be my way to look at where we're going to enter into this trade if we have the setup. I just don't know if the Aussie is going to do anything. Their monetary policy statement, which is a medium impact news event, could affect this, and we might see a pop here depending on what that statement comes out and what it says. And that comes out in Asia session today. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This thing is continued to the downside. What nice stair-stepping price action we had yesterday and into today. Now we just need the pullback, right? It's gone down, it's pulled back, it's come down again. We're now below the 10 exponential moving average. We just need this to pull back up. Do I think it's going to pull all the way back up to the 55 EMA at 1.5288? I hope so, but I don't think so. So really, if it comes up to 52.70 or 52.75, I would still take that entry and short this currency pair, the Euro Aussie. Remember, I am bearish in the Euro Aussie. I much rather sell it than buy it. But this pair is one of these pairs that you trade what's in front of you. Once this pair gets in its trend and it starts moving, it goes for 2 or 3 days and then it changes and it goes back the other direction. So it's a very volatile pair, but it's a great pair. This pair trades over 130 pips a day, traders, on the norm. So this is a really good pair to look at on a daily basis. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. You can see that it's sideways. It did come down a little bit yesterday, but really, there's nothing going on here. We just need to, it's at the spot where you can sell this at 122.40. So we just need a candlestick pattern to get us in this. Now, the last 3 candles on this chart are all indecision candles. So there's a good chance, I would think, at the European Open, the London Open, that we'll get a nice bearish candlestick pattern, then we can enter this and take this down. And we're looking to take it down to the S2 and also the 161.8 fib level at 121.57. So again, this is a nice 76 pip trade. We just need this, to give us an entry. And that's all we're waiting for. We're just waiting for a candlestick that can get us in the trade. We're at resistance, so let's trade this and take this to the downside. The golden rule: we sell at resistance and we buy at support. All right, traders, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. No changes from the New Zealand dollar. Absolutely sideways. This is yesterday's slide, and nothing has changed. It's just gone sideways, not doing anything. Surely not doing anything where you'd want to be in a trade here. So, again, I don't expect this pair to move at all today until NFP, which, like I said, is 11 hours away. So I wouldn't do anything here. I just leave this alone and wait till the European Open and see if you get some kind of movement. But traders, I got to be honest with you, I think most of these currency pairs aren't going to do anything. They're just going to move sideways until the big numbers come out. Then we'll see some movement, and then we'll have our weekend break, and we'll be back on Monday to a full week of trading. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our good friends at FXCL Excellence in Trading, I want to thank you for joining me this whole week. It's been a pleasure to be with you all, and enjoy your weekend break. Please be careful if you're trading NFP, and if you don't have experience, please use a demo account. Don't trade live if you don't have experience trading NFP. Traders, always remember to trade smart. Traders, enjoy your NFP day and also your weekend break, and we'll catch you in the next Asia session. Traders, have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Take care now.